Hello there and welcome to my new Secret Agent Clank NG Plus tutorial. So I actually decided to make a new one because I just wasn't happy with the quality and all. Yeah, first of all let me introduce myself. So I am Jasper3108 aka Baumwolle HD X on Twitch. Yeah, I like speedrunning Secret Agent Clank and I am the current world record holder on the category with a world record of 2328.4. Yes, so enjoy the tutorial. Oh, I will put timestamps now, so yeah, you can have those for reference. It's going to be it. It's the 10. What? Entschuldigung. What? I skipped the 10. What? I got the sub 8 clunk, I skipped the 10. What? Now, first of all, let me tell you that there are actually some resources out there. If you go to Secret Agent Clank on speedrun.com and to guides, you can actually see that there are some guides, so you might find some stuff useful there. Apart from that, on resources you can find save states to practice your runs and the tricks. Here is the save file, which you will need in the next step. And here are the splits for the categories. For NG+, you need NG+ hiked. I'll put that in the description. So, now I will show you how you can make a NG+ save file for you to speedrun that category on. So what you want to do is download this one here, and it's going to open a RAR file. And you basically want to put that RAR file into documents. Wait, mine's German. Documents, PPSSPP, PSP, and then save data. And usually this folder should be pretty empty if you just installed everything. You want to put that file here, and now let's pretend this folder is empty. Now, because this part is kind of annoying sometimes, because there's like the EU version and the US version, and it might differ. One simple way we can deal with this is you create like a new game, and like you create a new game. I mean a new save file, and now a folder will pop up here. In my case, this folder would have popped up if I didn't overwrite a save file that already was there. And what you want to do is open this folder, and in the RAR open this folder and copy this and overwrite it. What you don't want to do is just like drag this folder in here, because since I play the EU version and this folder assumes that I use the US version, it's just not gonna recognize this. So if you have the US version, you can just do that probably though. And when you've done that, you gotta be careful because now what would usually happen is I would like go here and then open the menu and close it, but it's going to save. So you just close PPSSPP or like press escape main menu, and that prevents the game from like overriding it when auto saving and stuff. And now on the first save state, I have a save state ready for NG+. Now there's one last step you need to do before you have a save file which you can run on. So I'm just gonna load this file. So the problem is now the weapon it has equipped on like the quick select, like on your like the quick select weapon is the wrong one. So what you want to do is get the weapon out and then, oh yeah, I should also put this. So you want to select the Tanglevine as secondary, and you also want to fix your quick select, which you do in inventory and then press circle. So what I like to do is put the Tanglevine here, the fire thingy here, the bomb, put it here, right? The PDA, I let it there. I also get rid of all the stuff that I don't need, so that I don't select it accidentally. You can do it like this and like this. Yeah, this is my setup. I like it, but I recommend it. I like it, but maybe you have something that works better for you. Be experimental, guys. So now that we've done that and the Tanglevine is on the offhand, we save. And now what we can do is load and start the run. Also, on this note, let me put a little bit of advertising here. I'm working on an auto splitter which currently only works for SAC, but I have plans to make it more like a broad thing which could work for every game. And like it has some really insane features. It basically records all your runs, and you can run against the video of the world record, which is here, and when you start the run it's going to sync the video, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. And some other cool features. Yeah. So now let's start the run, shall we? Starting the run, you will perform the hike glitch, which is basically like an Insomniac Museum glitch, and it just skips like 80% of the game. It's pretty wild. So you open up the save state you made, and let me turbo mode here. You obviously are not allowed to do that in a run. So listen, or like watch. Right now this camera is zooming in, right? On the first frame where the camera does not zoom in anymore, you can press start. It's kind of when Clank touches his head. And you want to do that as fast as possible, obviously, like this. Oh, I pressed it too early and then it's obviously oof. But you want to press it early. And then, wait, I already pressed buttons, right? So then, when you press start, you press up, select case files with X, down, and then you just spam X. So then you're going to spawn in the High Impact Games museum. And what you want to do is, you already, while it is loading, while the hike is loading, you want to already be holding your analog stick in like a forward left angle. So then you're going to run here, and I like to do like long jumps. So in this game you can basically do a double jump. But the thing about this, the jumping in this game is, see, if I tap X, he will jump this high, but if I hold it, he will jump a bit higher. So what you want to do is hold X, but not too so long that he starts gliding, because that's as slow. So you're going to run here, hold X, and there you go. So then you want to run until like here and do a double jump, but you kind of want to hold X long on the first jump so that you don't bonk here. You obviously don't want to bonk here, but you also don't want to be too low so that he grabs it. So basically like this. Yeah, I bonked there a bit. It's not perfect. You can work on this. That's pretty good. So then we want to go to this. By the way, you can go first person with select. Now we want to go in front of this console and press triangle. And the way how I like to do that is jump and space it so that I land here. Like this. Yeah, nice. And while landing there, just spam the shit out of triangle. Nice. So then, what you want to do is, while the screen is still black, press start at the right timings so that the menu opens up instantly. Like maybe here? Yeah. And then you want to spam start until you want to spam up until you're on options. Press X, save. And now the thing about this part is like, after you select save, you like can't, the game ignores your input for like a quarter second. So what I like to do is press save, wait a quarter second, and then press X, D-pad left, X, and then circle. And now the game won't accept input from you again, but you can buffer input. So what you do here is you buffer X like this, and it's going to select options and just do down X. So go to load, maybe you can. And after you go to load, you just spam X. And you performed the High Impact Games Museum glitch. Exactly. So for the next part, while it is loading, you want to spam X so that you instantly select the challenge, like this. And then what you want to do is you press circle, and then you hold triangle and select the Titan Marauder. It's like the Walloper basically. And now this is weird because sometimes it's here and sometimes it's here, so be careful about that. It like randomly switches positions. And then what I do is I go here. I should talk about some mechanics that you have in this game at this point. So basically, we'll be going to the right. I should just explain this mission in general. So there are 4 rounds, and enemies will spawn out of these 3 doors and out of these 3 doors. And what we're going to do is like jump around, shoot some guys, jump around, shoot some guys. And there are actually some mechanics that you can do. For example, you can, while doing the Walloper charge, you can switch to the Rhino, like this. Like you can already switch during the charge, and you can also chain that into a jump, which allows you to shoot faster in certain situations. And you can also like do a curve. If you switch to the Rhino, you can do a curved Walloper charge like this. And that looks pretty cool. Don't know if you're actually faster though. And I'm also going to explain the Rhino in this game. Basically you have like 2 parts of damage. You have the rockets and you have damage like in a cone like this. See, these guys just evaporated from the Rhino. But that only happens if you're close enough, like this. And the good part about them evaporating is that when the enemies die, they don't yet count as dead. But because the game waits for the death animation when you shoot them with the rockets, for example, and then they count as dead. And that sometimes will delay the next wave spawning. So you always want to try and kill them with this thing. And it also works behind you, like this. There was one more important thing, right? Oh yeah, And I was always just hoping that the rockets would hit when I shot the long-range rockets. But actually, you get this indicator, and when you get that, see that target indicator on the enemies. And when you get that target indicator, he's too close. Why can't I target him there? See, when I get those indicators on those guys, the rocket is going to chase them. Did you see that? Yes, and that's all the mechanics I wanted to go over for the Ratchet part. Now I'm going to show you how to actually do it. So usually you get that later. So take this. Wait, I think the RNG is... No, is it? Killed one there really quickly as he spawned. Might have not even seen that. So in this round, round 2, when there's the two guys and the little guys, always kill the big guys first. I got better results with that. And remember, guys, always use the thing that one-shots them, like when you're close to them. Already walking to the other side of the arena, because I can shoot him even if he's behind me. You get good RNG if these guys spawn on the same side, by the way. It's always nice. So these guys, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. So these guys can glitch out sometimes, and what helps is to like get close to them, or like shoot them from the side. It's sometimes hard. Okay, like move around them and then you get a hit indicator. So as you can see, I'm kind of low on life, and usually you just have to deal with it. But what you can do sometimes, for example, right now, I would have had the time to do this. So basically, in the NG Plus category, you are allowed to get to full life with a cheat code, and it only works once per level. So if I was in this run, I would have right now like quickly inputted D-pad up, D-pad up, D-pad down, D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right, D-pad left, D-pad right, and you're full life again. And let's say you die in a quarter second. What you can do is open the menu and then input it, or the PDA. Yeah. So this is the wave before the final wave, by the way. And what I do for the final wave is I make sure these guys die, like this, and then quickly get it here and kill them with like that, and you're done. So that's that level. Next up, we have the boat, or race 3, or Dam's Edge. It has a lot of names. So you press X here, up, and then exit arenas and continue story. And now that will load a cutscene. So cutscene skips in this game, sometimes you have to time them, sometimes you can just spam start, but for this one I recommend that you find the right timing to do the cutscene skip, like right here. Yeah. And now the boat race just started, even though the screen is still black, and usually now a message would come that says you need to like something about this game has an autosave feature and stuff, and you need to close that with X and still perform well in the boat. So I'll cover something about this boat level. So basically there's a certain point at the end, and by that point, which I will show you, all 20 waves of enemies need to be dead. And if you do that, you save 40 seconds over casual stuff. And now I will show you how I do that. So kill these guys really quick. Oh yeah, I should say with triangle you shoot rockets, and with circle you shoot mines. And one thing that you might have noticed is while I shot, so when I kill these guys, not only do I break the boat, but I also move to the side because that makes your rockets hit more often. So I break and I like wriggle my controller to left and the right like this. Like this kind of ish, and it helps with the rockets hitting. So I kill them quick. So then 3 enemies will spawn behind me. And of course, if you just started NG+, you can just skip this and try to kill them fast, you know. It's just 40 seconds. So next up, 3 boats are going to spawn behind me, and you want to kill them with 2 mines. Now, basically, you kind of need to memorize the timing, but what you can do is make the game so loud that you can hear when they spawn, and it will help you with the timing. So let me try. Okay, I killed them really good. So um, next up, what I usually do when I'm playing really safe is I will break and try to kill them before the obstacle, that's these pipes that are going to come. So I break, like here, and kill them. And if you're super sick, you can also try to make them drive against the obstacle, but it's super hard, and if you don't get it, it'll just fuck up everything. So next up, if these pipes don't die, you can go for a trick where you jump over the center of it and the enemies will die to it. But I wouldn't recommend it for consistency, really. Uh, but sometimes these pipes will just die from the rockets you shot, so oh, I can go for it. Yes, I got it. So I don't know, it just saves a third second or something like that because you don't break. So then next you shoot rockets at this thing that falls down in front of you. At like these pipes that are like hanging from the top. And usually you don't need, if you didn't go for the trick that I just went for, you just break and shoot them with the rockets, and these rockets will then, and then you don't need to shoot rockets one more time. So then when these rockets will target this thing, and what I do for consistency is I drop 1 mine with circle like here, so that they always die. Because sometimes just 2 of them die, so I do that. So then in here, when they spawn, I will throw 3 mines, and then I will try to kill the next 2 waves real quick. And there's one thing, I'm going to use these mines on the ground there for that. But one thing you need to be careful is don't let them drive to the pipes on the left behind those shooting guys. Because that can just fuck up everything because they don't die and they just get stuck there, and that's just death for the run. And so I kind of jump over these. Don't go too much to the left because the boats kind of copy your movement, so don't go too much to the left there. I didn't, yeah. Now I just wriggle over these. The next wave should die. Okay, the next wave is dead. And the next wave is a bit hard because sometimes they can get blown to the left by the water. So if they get blown to the left by the water, you should still be fine and just can shoot them with the rockets. Yeah, if they get blown to the left by the water, you can just shoot them with the rockets. But usually what I do is, with the right timing, just like the second wave, when I hear them, I will kill them with 2 mines. But it really depends, if you can do that, really depends on if they get blown to the left by the water. So let's see what I do here. Yeah, so since the water is coming, it will stop when they spawn, and so I just have to time it right, like this. That was a bit late, but doesn't matter because it doesn't matter how fast you kill these 3 waves, as long as you're killing them like before that oil on the left that's incoming there on the front left, or like a bit before that, because there's really only one thing that's important in this second section of the race, like after you went through the tunnel. There's only one thing that's important. Like you can figure out yourself how to do it. And that one thing is that these two boats here, they need to die behind the third electric thingy here. No, not behind. They need to die exactly on the on this line right here. And usually, if you just drive through the electric thing, they will just die to it. Like I just drive through it and they die. So next, what you want to do is jump over these roadblocks on the right or the left on the bridge. No. Take the right because there's oil in front of the left one. So you want to jump over these and basically let them die to the roadblocks. So basically like this. And try to go to the left back on the bridge as late as possible without falling in the water. So the next part is one where you need to focus, because this one is rather tight with the timing. So for this part, what you need to do is kill the two boats really quick, or it's gonna fuck up stuff. By the way, if you fuck up stuff, you can always try to get back in the normal cycle by braking or trying to kill enemies faster. I mean, like by driving slower or killing enemies faster, you can always try to get back in the normal cycle. Because the thing about this level is, if you don't kill the enemies by the points that I recommend here, you're basically surfing on a perfect cycle and you don't want to lose the wave. So, as you killed these guys quick, because I killed these guys quick, they spawn here, and you don't want them to spawn after this piston that's pushing up. And basically what you want to do is like jump here. And for some reason they die faster when you jump there, so I always jump there, even though the piston was down. So next you drive on the left and jump over these shots, and these shots are supposed to kill the three boats that spawn behind you, but what I do here is drop one mine there for consistency, because in case one boat survives, like it did there actually, perfect, for the sake of the tutorial at least, they die too. Then you drive here in the center, kill these quick, and keep driving in the center, and if you kill them quick enough, they will die to the second wave of shots. They didn't. So that's kind of uncool, but I can probably still get back on the cycle, so I kill these. And now to get back on the cycle, I will brake a bit, and now three boats are going to spawn behind me, and I will kill them with 2 mines. Nice. And still braking a bit, because I killed the wave before that a bit slow, and you want them the next wave to spawn before the second piston there and die there. Yes, so now I'm back in the cycle and kill these 3 like this. Now 2 are going to spawn behind me. Want to kill them with 2 mines. Don't go below. Don't kill them with 3 mines, or you'll be fucked for the last wave of enemies actually. So now these 2 are. So now 2 will spawn, and because I had the perfect timing, usually I would have to brake and shoot them, but because I had the perfect timing, you can go for a strat right here where you jump over that pipe and they die. Oh, 1 survived, so it's fine. So now I just have to brake and so I didn't save time, so I just had to brake there and shoot them. Now this, and now just get hit by this. Then the last 2 enemies. Now 2 enemies will come, you kill them like this. Brake, shoot rocket, and again, like go to the left and the right to make the rockets hit more consistently. And now the last wave. Just time your 2 bombs right, like this. They died, okay. And now this here is the line. You basically need to kill them around that ammo crate there. that I just drove into. Maybe it's a bit more or less, but obviously you want to be on the safe side. And now if everything worked, yes, so you see that everything worked because in the horizon you can see the final part of the race. And also if it would fail, there would be a boat driving in front of me dropping mines right now. Don't get pushed in the water here. That actually happened to me. Yeah, so that's that. So you do up X and spam start here. So now we have Quark 5, this is called. And now here spam start, and you might have heard what you do during that. You spam start and you might have heard that menu popping up sound. And what this means is that the menu will pop up, and if you hear that sound, you don't press start after the level loads, but because I hear it, I know that the menu is going to open automatically. Here, you see that. So you do up, 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 options, down, down, X, and then you change the strafe controls to analog stick. And I mean, you could learn to do the whole run with the other controls, but I can't do it. It's probably optimal though if you learn that. But there might be problems on Gadgetbots, so maybe just don't do that unless you have a shit ton of time and want to find new strats and setups for Gadgetbots 3 and stuff. But whatever. So then you spam triangle, you spam the shit out of triangle there. You can also already buffer stuff. And now for round 1. Round 1, what I do is I go to the left, tilt my camera a bit to the left, and throw these two guys off. Oh, actually, I'm going to give some general tips for this level. So you have 20 rounds, right? 3 where you just dodge boars that run onto you. And what should I say? See, below you can see the dam's health, and you don't want that to go below like a third of its health, because what happens if because then there will start to be leaks in the dam, which makes the mission harder, which makes the level harder, and it will also show you that leak in the dam, which loses like 5 seconds usually. So you want to avoid that. And how do you do that? The easiest way is to focus the cacti with the guns. And it's usually also the faster way to do it, because the cacti with the sword, they will actually come to you. Also, you should know that when you are close to cacti, they will target you automatically. Also, when you aim at them, they will target you. They will aggro on you, and when you shoot on them. And one more tip I have is that you can actually shoot the cacti to prevent them from shooting you, because it stuns them for a short time. Anyways, let's continue here. So throw these guys off, these guys, and now... Oh yeah, round 1 is that only. So now for round 2, what I do here is I stand here on the right, and one more thing. You can actually see now when they land here, you can't instantly attack them, but you can actually see they will freeze after landing, and then there's a certain animation that will play. See, they landed here and they were just standing and doing nothing, but then they targeted me with their guns, and that's the frame where you can finally throw them off. So you want to try and kick both of them off here, failed the gunner, and then just get the melees, and now there will usually be this one gunner still here, so you shoot him so he doesn't shoot you while walking like this. I'm a bit slow right here, maybe because I'm explaining, but you usually want to be faster here. So I kick him here, kick him here. Oh no, he didn't fly off. And now, one cool thing is that the next rounds start, like some rounds only start when you killed all enemies, but some rounds start when there's only one enemy left, like this one, and some even when there's two left. It's kind of random, to be honest. So we do the same like in round 3 here. And try to kick these guys off as fast. Sometimes they will dig down, and the only thing you can do to make them come up faster is go towards them. They only dig down when you're far away from them. So for round 5, like when they jump out, you hit this, and then you like walk close to these gunners, and when they die, like go to the left. And that should be fine then. So now we have these rounds. I'm probably going to cut out the other ones, where you just dodge these bars. And you need to be careful because you have like 2 lives. For some reason, the first time you get hit, you have some vulnerability. Probably so you know what's going on, but then if you get hit twice, you just lose a shit ton of time because you literally die and like the mission restarts from the last checkpoint. Round 7 is... I've had problems with this, but it's actually not so hard. And you need to be careful. So what you do here is go to the right, and we want to first throw off this gunner on the right. Now, what you might do is you aim too much to the left, and what that can cause is that the gunner won't fall down. But what I'm going to do here is I'm not aiming to the left, and just when he... Whoops, I missed. Oh, that's really bad, because you want to kill this guy as fast as possible, because there's 2 gunners in this wave and the second one runs the fuck off. See, he's already there, but usually you want to kill the first gunner really fast, then stop the gunner here and throw him down. But now I failed that, so that's really bad, and and if this was a run, I'd lose a lot of time. Yeah. So round 8 pretty straightforward. There's like these enemies spawning in here in the left part of the middle and here in the left, and you basically just cycle to the left and the middle and kill mainly these gunners. Sometimes you can get in your way and annoying stuff. Wait, why didn't I mention this? You have 2 life in this level, right? But when you get hit 2 times without your life, it goes up automatically, by the way. But when you get hit, when you go to 0 health, it's super bad usually, because you're like unconscious for 4 seconds and the enemies, and it's just aggravating. Oh, see, I stopped this guy from running away by aiming at him, by the way. You can do that. Oh, I'm already round 9, so in round 9 you want to go to this gas, which will always be here when you did everything right, and like hit it like now, and then just walk into them. And yeah, 2 notes on this. Yeah, of course we walk close to them so that the guys that are digging down come up fast enough, because the gas that is falling to the ground will stay some time, but not infinitely long. And it also doesn't one-shot them, interestingly. It takes a few ticks. And one other thing is, you can actually control where the gas is going. It basically works like, depending where you stand, like like you can control it with your sideways movement. Like, look, when I move right, the plane that's dropping it will also move right. Look at the plane. Ah, it's already gone, but I'm going to show you on other occasions. So I got a bit unlucky, or like probably I was bad or something, because usually, like, most important is that these gunners die, but you also want to at least kill every cacti but 2 in that round, because when you kill every cacti but 2, the round 10 will start, and you can just throw these guys like here, and by doing that you can kill those cacti and those cacti coming out here. And this round is pretty simple, just that 1 gunner. the blue gunners, by the way, they shoot really slow, so they're usually not such a big threat. They can shoot other cacti away too, but when they hit your dam, damn do they do damage. So for round 11, what you do is you go here to the gas. As soon as all of them land, you hit the gas, and then you move to the left, and then do a jump to like the back left side like this. Yeah, round 12 we cut this out. Now we're in round 13, and what you want to do here is go to the right side of the arena, kill like 3 cacti or something, and then get this lawnmower. You get them in 13 and 16. Wait, 13 and 17. But that doesn't even matter. And what you want to do is... Wait, why did I do that? That's just wrong. I need to play from here, I guess. So for round 13, what you want to do is go to the right side of the arena, kill like 3 cacti or something, and then get the lawnmower. And what you're going to do now is kill those around us, and then like circle the right side of the arena like this and focus the gunners. And while we are just killing these on the right side of the arena, we are going to fix our eyes on the round counter, because as soon as it hits 14 like this, we go to the right side of the arena. Oh no, it's actually the left if you look from the dam. To the left side of the arena, and mow down these guys from the right. Then there's going to be spawn a wave in the middle, and we are mowing down these guys from like the left. And now round 16, these guys spawn here on the right side, and this is always kind of close, by the way. Maybe I should have taken the lawnmower a bit later in this case for consistency. Well, we're mowing down these guys from the right, and I missed one. Well, it wasn't actually close if I didn't miss one. And one trick I have there is, if you drive a bit to the right here more than you would, they will be easier to kill. So here, kill like 3 cacti and get the lawnmower. Kill these guys, and now what I do is like I always just look for the closest set of 2 enemies, because I think there's a wave system going on. So I always look for the closest wave and kill that wave. So I kill this wave. Now this one is the closest. Now this one is the closest. Now this is hard to tell which one was closer. This one is the closest. This one is the closest. And yeah, you just do that as good as you can. Don't do any stupid stuff, because this one is also kind of close. And we're in round 18 and I cut again. So now we're in round 19, and what we do here is we are here on this area so that the melee guys focus us, so that because usually all would dig down if we went to the 2 gunners, but we let them focus us and then stop these 2 gunners, throw them with 1 punch, and then try to eliminate these guys as fast as possible. Where you actually should optimize the time it takes to eliminate everyone except 1, but whatever, because even if 1 is alive, 20 is going to spawn. So for round 20, what you want to do is look at these guys, and wait, I should actually look this up to be exact. 20, when the most right spawns, do this. Then here, when you know it kills them, go to the right, but don't aggro any of... Okay, so what you do in round 20 is you will hit the gas when the rightmost cacti lands, like this, and then you kind of go to the right, and when you know it's going to hit them all, which I kind of failed, but no, that's wrong. When you know it's going to hit them all, you go to the right, and when you know it's going to hit them all, you go in this spot, and you go to this spot because actually I did a dash jump, but actually you don't need to do that. And I chose this spot because in this spot none of the cacti aggro you. Usually. Like if you do that strat, they won't aggro you. They land. I know it will hit. Go here. Oh yeah, I should have walked. They land. It's going to hit them. I go here. And I'm still too late to go to the left. Yeah, nice. So that's how you do it. When the rightmost lands, hit the gas. Go here. And then here. I missed the rightmost one, but you get the picture. You want to one-shot them. So next up, yeah, if you miss them, obviously don't stand around there. And then usually a cutscene would come, but now I don't have it because of the save state. But now there's going to be a cutscene, and you're just going to spam start when the screen is after the screen is black. You're going to spam start, and then there's one more cutscene, and you also do that you also skip that by spamming start at the right timing. And then what's going to happen is Gadgetbots 3 is going to start. In Gadgetbots 3 we are playing these 3 Gadgetbots, and like you walk here and kind of to the left so that this trigger gets like electrocuted or whatever you call it. Then you stack up with circle and go here. Obviously don't run into that guy, but I wanted to cut the corner perfectly. It's okay, I just repair these guys. Like usually you want to walk a bit more right, like walk around him like this, then cut this corner obviously. And then here, what you want to do is walk in here, in this corner. And now the problem is, when you release the analog stick, sometimes they will like turn around like this. We don't want that because we want to face this corner like this. So what I do is, after releasing the analog stick, I quickly tap D-pad. I just tap D-pad forward, and that's gonna do the trick. And then what you want to do is press triangle, circle. Like you hold triangle and tap circle. And you need to do it with the right timing. So let's see if I can do this. So then the menu opens and you select wait with D-pad left, and then you just release all buttons and pray to God. Okay, the timing was not right. So yeah, and that's what should happen. Sometimes you will still be stuck in the door, then just walk out of it, and obviously try to choose the right one. And then there's this, you do the same thing with 2. There are some triangle circle timings that work for both, and some will only work for each individual. Yeah. And sometimes, oh yeah, I can help you like this. When there's so much space here that when there's so much space there that you can actually stand there. First of all, you try. Oh yeah, let's go. You just hold forward and pray that it still works. Let me just get the save states out. But if it doesn't work, you can still take it as a learning experience. Gadgets, there. Cause what it means, if it didn't work and they were like that, is it this one? Specifically for the 2, it's harder to know what went wrong with the 3 Gadgetbot clip. That one is harder to know what went wrong. Bruh. But for the 2 Gadgetbot clip, let's say I do this. Whoops, I didn't select wait. Let's say it looks like this. Let's say it looks... that's not what I wanted to show. Let's say it looks like this. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. Wait, it works? Okay. I can't really show you what I want to show you, but yeah, just experiment with the timing. And usually, I don't know, I can't really show it, but when the Gadgetbots, when they land, and it kind of looks like this, like when you land and it kind of looks like this, what this tells you is that you pressed circle. That you pressed circle too early, basically. Like when you press the buttons at the same time, for example. Yes, that's what I mean. It tells you that you pressed circle too early. And if you do the opposite, like, let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, if it looks like this, it means you pressed circle too late. Like nearly before the command menu opens. So using that, you can work on your timing. You can practice it like that and know if you need to press circle earlier and later like that. So let's continue onwards. So as you clip through this, what you want to do is walk, and then in the moment where it says checkpoint, checkpoint, you're going to like as fast as you can. When it says checkpoint reached, you're going to press start, D-pad down, X and circle. And what happens sometimes in my runs is, oh no, I think now I fucked it. But I can show you what happens then. I press start too early, and what you can do then, what you should do is, when you press start, look if it says checkpoint reached, like here. And if I press start too early and I don't see checkpoint reached, I just go a bit further and then just do the same thing again. And now I'm going to show you what will happen if you go too far. You will restart the challenge. I hope I have a checkpoint. I don't have a cool checkpoint. But I'll just play on, so maybe you get to see some gameplay. This. Cool. If I could get that in my runs. Let me do this here. Oh yeah, so let me teach you a bit about the emulator here. With tab you can do the turbo mode. This is why I turn off my keyboard in runs, by the way. With escape you can open the save state menu, so if you want to use the save states. So this might still work. Let's go. See, if it doesn't work instantly, just hold forward and go for it. Oh, and don't do what I just did, just press start and restart mission as fast as possible. So then there's this small fighting section, you're going to jump over this. Now what you want to do here is walk a bit to the right and hit that trigger. Walk here, hit that. Walk here and hit that, and usually if you're faster, this guy here would have chased you here. Let me actually do this. Let me just die real quick. He would have chased you till the third of these monitors or whatever they are. And you really want that to finish the mission fast. So this... Oh no. Okay, whatever. And then you continue here, and this one is the last one. And then you usually want to kill the 3 enemies that are here. Usually, like if he chased you, there will be 3 enemies here. and you want to be, like, ideally want to kill these 3 enemies with two melee attacks, like square. Like, kill these 3 that will be in front of you here with 3 attacks, and then instantly run to here. And that's how you would do it ideally. Then instantly run here, and as it shows you that this thing got activated, already spam square. Look, Gadgetbot IL world record for a better example. So then, when you're on the, can't I go back? When you're now you're going to swing over there, and the moment you're on the apex, like here, we're not doing swing shot hovering, by the way, sadly. On the apex, you're going to open the command menu with triangle and do the wait command. And what this does is it prevents them from jumping over, so we can pick them up and do this. And now for this door, we finally have a really consistent setup. Just go here in the corner, have your camera like in a 45-degree angle like this. Keep, oh, really big. When you're going for the other door clips, don't hold, like, you're going to hold D-pad forward, then release D-pad forward and quickly tap D-pad forward. Don't hold D-pad forward when doing triangle circle. Don't hold analog stick forward when doing triangle circle. Don't do that. That will fuck up, then it won't work. But here, you're going to hold forward and then do triangle circle. Then do wait. And now what I will do is, as soon as the menu closes, I will hold the analog stick forward and rotate my camera to the right, and it should work really consistently like that. So now we have the aggro clip, which is really cool. It's covered by SWAT, who doesn't even run the run. So you're aggroing these guys, kind of walking here, and then do an attack, but don't attack the enemies. That can fuck up the next trick that I'm going to show. Don't attack them. See, I'm not even facing them. And one more trick that can help is standing closer to the door with the gadgetbots behind it when doing the attack. And then you want to quickly pick them up before they attack any of the enemies. That's really important because it can like mess up the gadgetbot's sub-pixel value or something, and the next trick just won't work. So just quickly pick them up, and you don't want them to get hit or attack. Nice. So so here, the optimal strat, which we all used to do and hated, we would actually pray to the clip gods, is walking like here and doing triangle circle, and then like hoping this happens. What the fuck? But it's really inconsistent, even though it might not look like that right now. I have a save state of this, right? It's really inconsistent, so we spent hours trying to find a way to clip to the side of this door, of this block consistently. By the way, we're skipping like all of this level is completely skipped. It's so funny. Yeah, so consistent way to do this is you go in this edge, this corner, then you hold L so your camera goes down, hold right, then release, like when your camera is like this, release right. You don't want to hold right, you don't want to do this and then continue. You want to release right. And then release the analog stick. I'm still holding it in that corner, right? But now what we need to do is let me do a save state here actually. Now what we need to do is release the analog stick and quickly tap D-pad down. And if you don't tap it quickly, I'm going to show you what might happen then. Just doesn't happen. But what can happen is they will just rotate like this randomly, which is really annoying. So just tap D-pad, release analog stick backwards and tap D-pad down. Then you're going to do triangle circle. Right now I'm pressing no buttons, by the way. Then triangle circle. Then wait. And as soon as you release wait, you're going to wait. Why did I suddenly forget the inputs? You hold okay. You hold D-pad left and L. And what's going to happen is either they will all be on the same level or one is going to be a bit higher. So regardless of that, you're going to press X 3 times, and that should cause, then they should all be on the same level, and we tap it 3 times because it is crucial that you are on the middle Gadgetbot here, and maybe it doesn't work. So if for some reason you're not on the middle one, you might try it with the other Gadgetbots. So anyways, tap X 3 times. Oh, you can see that it's the middle one, by the way, by the fact that there is like, when I'm switching to this Gadgetbot, there's like, the green is like closer to us, like it's like the green is like a bit closer to us. Anyways, now you're going to hold L and then D-pad forward. And now let's say yeah. And if that doesn't work, try switching to another Gadgetbot and do the same. But usually you should be on the middle Gadgetbot. You should usually be on the third Gadgetbot. If you press the 3 times X too fast, though, the game might eat your input, so you might be on the wrong one. So maybe wait a bit until you do the 3 X's. Yeah. What might go wrong with that trick? Because I know it's really specific. So first of all, you really need to be in that corner. That's problem source number 1. Problem source 2, of course, if you attacked one of these or got attacked, it might mess up your subpixel value, and the trick's impossible, as far as I know, so you have to go for this strat. Yes, and what else could go wrong? The camera, like, if it's here, it's going to mess up your stuff. You might be holding R while doing the next thing, that could mess up stuff. Your analogs, you might be holding the analog stick when doing triangle, circle, or holding. See, I just released the analog stick and they turn to the right like this. So tap D-pad down. You might be holding the D-pad while doing this trick. So that's, or your camera might be wrong. It like if it's closer for some reason, it might mess stuff up. Yeah, triangle, circle. And yeah. Oh, sometimes you can't see the third Gadgetbot, and that is because he's literally inside. That happens rarely, but it just happens now, which is quite funny. He's just in the lock, and if that happens, just move, and it will end the mission. And that's Gadgetbot 3. Let's go. Onwards, you're going up and continuing the story. So you skip that cutscene. And then you're going to hold, while this level is loading, you're going to hold the analog stick, so you're already running in this direction. And that's really important because the tricks that we're going for after this are cycle based. Anyways, you obviously want to already be having this bomb. Now sometimes you don't have the bomb out because we spam triangle at the high impact when doing the high glitch. So switch to the bomb and walk forward. Plank, underwater bunker. So switch to the bomb and go forward. Then we kill this guy. Jump over these shots, of course. Avoid their corpses, they have a hitbox for some time. Then we're going to jump here. Now this is funny because we used to jump over the water, like to my right now. But because gliding is so fucking slow in this game, it's actually faster to take this longer path and not glide. Then jump here over this. And now it's time for the infamous fish skip. Where do I save this? Here. The infamous fish skip. So how do you do it? You jump down here, you walk on the right, and now you need to dodge that lasers. And and that's kind of really a practice thing, but I have some tips. So the first one is don't hold X, just tap it. And this really gives you more control of the like the jump path he takes. Yes, so you just want to tap it really. Tap the jump button. One more thing is you can actually avoid the lasers with moving to the side. So let's just go for it. So I kind of jumped too early there. But hey, that's why I made a save state. Okay, one more try or... Yeah, okay, I don't know, maybe this cycle is weird for some reason. Do I have a save state? Practice save state. It's not easy. It's not easy. Hydrano. Here, I have this one. Hope this is valid. Yeah, that's more normal. Yeah, so you dodge it like that. See, I tapped X and I had the sidewards movement. Like you can really move freely sidewards and instantly change. There's actually no momentum in this game, so you can just instantly change your direction to the left and the right. And then for fish skip, let me just show it to you one time. Nice, I actually did it, and a fast one. Holy shit! So that's fish skip. So how do you do it? Yeah, we have this part. So then, as this door opens, I want you to look at this fish on the right, the one that's in the water right now. You look at that, and that's really important for practice, because if you don't know what the cycle, like where the cycle is in, how do you want to do it consistently? That's the first thing. The next thing, when practicing fish skip, what you might be doing is you attempt it, you die, and you attempt it again. But that is actually really bad practice because the cycle is not realistic for a real run, so it's really wasted practice. What else? Fish skip, fish skip, fish skip. That's actually all I wanted to say on that. So how do you do fish skip? Nice. So you look at this cycle, you jump on that fish, and then after some time you do a jump on the second fish on the right, and you kind of have you kind of want to try and see and like preserve your momentum. You don't want to be gliding as you touch the fish. You want to already be like flying. You don't want to be gliding when you touch that fish, because gliding is slow as fuck. So, and then on that fish, what you want to do is, you want to land on it as it's on the highest point, like there. And what you want to do is, you don't want to, like the angle at which you jump off the fish needs to be more to the right than where you're actually landing, and that is because of the hitbox of the fish. It's really weird. So basically, like you want to jump off the fish like in this direction. You want to jump in this direction. You want to jump like in this direction. And then like after you jumped off, change the direction to like point towards like around this part of the fish. Yeah, so jump off a bit more to the right and curve your jump, I guess. Also, I have a few tips for landing on the last fish. because you might actually get that wrong if you just look at it. Yeah, we jump off in that angle. Also, it's really important to not jump too early off the second fish, and obviously not too late because you just fucking die. So as you land on the fish, see I'm kind of aiming for his left cheek. The frame before you touch it, you want to release glide. You want to release glide and fling your analog stick to the left and try to slide on its mouth. Let's see if I can still do this here. No. Kind of want to release glide. Obviously I can't do this here, right? But I'll just... Nah, I shouldn't do that. Yes, cool. You want to whoop, whoop, whoop. See, release it and fling your analog stick to the left. See what I did there? And sometimes you can actually skip gliding to the mouth and get up, but it's kind of risky too. And obviously don't stand on this fish for too long because it will just go down and you will die miserably like me right now. and that's basically fish skip. So good luck practicing this 10 hours. So what's next? Oh, never mind. Actually, I should also mention that if you get hit by the laser, you take out the fire suitcase thingy and get rid of this. And if you got hit by it, it doesn't actually save time anymore to go for fish skip. At least not a lot, if it still saves time. Like at max half a second, I guess. So be aware of that. So if that does happen, you just go the casual path. Oh, if that happens to you, like let's say you land on one of these things, but the water comes. What you can do is keep holding X and the analog stick towards like the center of it, and you don't die that way. It's just good to know, like this. And yeah, we're done with fish skip then. So then in the next corridor, what you want to be doing is like run here on the right. I think is faster than the left, but for sure on one of the sides. Then you want to take out the tangle vine, which should be on secondary if you didn't need to use the fire suitcase. And if it isn't, there's actually an optimal way to get it out. That's, by the way, why I put it exactly there. You just hold forward and hold X for the right amount of frames like this, and that really quickly pulls it. So then here for this skip, you kind of walk here. You kind of walk here on the right. Like you don't actually, not actually all the way on the left here, because then the cursor gets gray and you can't throw. Oops. Oh wait, don't tell me we're here now. But actually a bit spaced away from the wall. Yeah, so a bit spaced away from the wall. And you want to throw the tangle vine like... The thing is, if you throw it too early, it might fall through the ground and you're super sad and lose 6 seconds or something. But to get the fast clip, you kind of need to throw it not too far. Like you can even throw it, I think, from here. But what I do is like a middle ground, and I throw it like here. And then you run into the edge, hold L, and your analog stick is kind of to the front right, like this. Oh, and I've wriggled my controller like all the way around. I set up a controller. Yeah, you can see my controller. So kind of like this. Oh, and then you're in. And then when you're in, you walk in an analog like this. Look at my analog stick, please. You walk like this, and then like when you're walking for like 1 frame, you press select, and you will always end up here. And when you end up here, you don't. So what you might do is press select and then jump, but you can be a swagger and just jump from here, which looks cool. Don't fall in the water, obviously. So then here, go here, you can jump like this if that happens. So now we have the glass clip, and this is super funny because like we used to plant like 3 tangle vines to get through that, and look at what it's become. So the consistent way is to go here, like somewhere here, and then press select. Then like imagine a line to you from that corner, moving your cursor along this line, place it so like this, that there's this, look at the tiny triangle that's left over on the edge. And then you can throw, be a swagger and just jump in the corner, then hold L and do the same motion, like fling your analog stick like I do. And then you're falling through that. Now, please tell me I have a cool save state here. There it is. Now there's a really crazy version of this, which I'm kind of starting to do in runs that are not ahead at this point. So to do this faster version, you walk more to the right. And it's really important to walk more on the right, because if you walk, because you don't want to touch this ugly thing which messes up your movement completely. So you walk kind of here on the right, and then what you want to do is throw your tangle vine like this. It's hard to explain where it really needs to be, but you can get a feeling for it. Obviously, don't throw if it is too far in the edge, it's not going to work, and if it's too far away from the edge, it's not going to work. So you need a feeling for that. This is too far, I think. So let me go for one. Usually I don't take so much time to set it up anyways, because I'm in a losing run, right? This might work. And do the same camera movement. The tangle vine wasn't placed perfectly, so it took like 1.5 seconds longer to clip through, but it still worked. Yeah, but that's just really for runs that are behind. And you really need that time. That's way on. That's a really hard trick with really little gain. So then we do the Hydrana Oop, which is an insanely cool strat found by an Italian runner called It's Scary. And basically there's 2 versions. You can either be really careful and walk like this and then do the clip, but you can also be like bally, which I do in runs. Or you can also get this checkpoint if you want. It's like here, but I don't care so much. I can also be bally, and like when you fall down here, like go here, and then do it. But I'm not going to do this because that's just too stressful to show you this stuff while they're also shooting at me. So you'd be coming from here, like you'd be coming from here, yeah. So then you walk like here on the left corner of this vent. Get your camera a bit to the left. Like get your camera. You can try. It's not important, but you want to have your camera kind of like this, so that the cursor is already in the right spot. Oh, that's so perfect. So next thing, we want to align the x-axis of our cursor with this button so that it's to the left of it. Then we get this, then we align the y-axis in a way that, so you might see that there's these 3 white buttons on the right, and the left and topmost button is intersecting with the blue part of my cursor. And we want to align the indicator so that, like, it's, see, the problem is the indicator is like different in diameter, like it differs in size, but so when you judge if it's too high or too low, you need to take into account whether it's thick right now or not. But basically, you want to err on the side of it being a bit high. So I think that's a good one. So then you throw your Tanglevine, then open the PDA and buy. What I like to do here in NG Plus is do the code that gives you full life, right? Up, up, down, down, left, right. And then what we're going to do is close that menu again, throw the second Tanglevine, and then if you do the Bally version, where they are shooting at you, you wait for them to hit you. Because when you get hit in this game, you get invincibility for like 2.5 seconds or something. So you wait for them to do damage to you. And the thing is, while you're in the cursor, it won't displace you. While you're in first person mode, it won't displace you. So in that case, so if you aggro, so if they're shooting and you wait for them to hit you, oh no, the rose despawned. But if you didn't do that, you can just instantly do it, right? Place the second one, and when you go for the trick, what you're going to do is you're going to jump in this corner, then hold the analog stick forward. You can even do D-pad forward, I think, and spam the shit out of L. I do it with my right hand index finger, so kind of like this. So that didn't work for some reason. I guess stuff was weird. You can just go for it again, by the way. If it didn't work, just go for it again. So I'll just show you the whole procedure again. This axis, kind of like this height should be fine. Open this. Do the up, down, down, left, right. This, wait until you get hit, and then do this and spam L. Yes, and then you're through. And then you glide, you switch to the bomb, and you want to glide towards like the right of the door, and then you see this thing that's popping up right of the door, and you want to kind of fly towards that direction, and you want to fly towards this shuriken, this tie rank symbol, and then you see on the bottom that you get the indicator from the bomb. Then behind the indicator from the tie rank thing, the boxes appear, and this is usually where you usually can let go of glide. But you might want to play it really safe though, depending on your pace. And then at some point you just let go of glide and hope you don't fall to your death in shame. Yeah, and one thing about that is sometimes what can happen is you don't see the door, you get disoriented. So what you do in that case is, you do this. What you do in that case is, let me show you. Oh yeah, see, I rotate my camera like this, go here. Be quick to go into first person, cause then they might shoot you and displace you before you're in first person. X, so you need to be really good at this before you go for the Bally version. Then throw this. Now you might notice we are on 23 life, but that's no problem because we do the code, which I hope is not disabled. Do this, and then I'm going to jump in the corner, then hold my analog stick forward. I'm double jumping, by the way, I think, and spam L. Well, obviously sometimes it's not going to happen, but there is a backup. You can clip out of this pillar. You can clip out of this pillar, and if you're super lucky, you can even clip out of bounds from here by going to first person, then throwing the Tanglevine like here, and then, oh my god, yeah, that's kind of the backup. So what you can do is, usually you might clip out, but if you do the inputs like me, like kind of walk to the out of bounds area, and you hold L. So you kind of have your controller like this, maybe fling it a bit like this, and hold L, and that's how you clip out. And if you're fast enough, and the other row Tanglevine still was there, you might actually get lucky and get out of bounds like I just did. And it's super cool that I made this happen right now. And that backup is just super hard. So sometimes you get disoriented. I'm actually quite a bit disoriented right now, so I can see these things on the right, and they mean that I need to look a bit more to the left. But let's say you're like super disoriented, like where the fuck am I? So you can open the menu, map missions, and actually see where you're going. And now what might happen is you close the menu now and you fall to your death. So how you can prevent this is, see, now I hold X, and I keep holding X, and I do triangle, 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 and I'm still gliding. And using that, I can kind of, and that way you can use the minimap to locate this. Yeah, and that's that level. So we've done it. We are in the final level. So the final level is Clunk's Lair. And there's first going to be a cutscene which you skip. And first there's going to be a sneak attack. And to my current knowledge, it doesn't matter how fast you do the first one, but it does matter how fast you do the second one. But I for sure I know that it doesn't matter how fast you do the first one, and it might matter how fast you do the second one. But obviously you don't want to do it so slow that you take damage. So then what you want to do is get out your weapon. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the bomb spam method to kill the suits of the Kingpin really quick. But the thing is, before you want to start doing the bomb spam method, which I will show you, is you want to have your cufflink bomb equipped. So because I know that the cufflink bomb is my current weapon, I just press circle. Not now. I just press circle, and it should. Why isn't it? Why am I having the Tanglevine equipped? I don't know. You should equip the bomb while you're gliding to the final boss, to the trigger. You should have it equipped, and then you just press circle and it should pop out. And now we're going to do the bomb spam method, and you do that, and you tap triangle and circle in the same frame, but only for as short as you can. And I'm holding my controller like, let me show you. Whoops. Can I get, damn you. I'm holding my controller like kind of in a tilted way. Okay, I can't really show it, but I have a certain way which allows me to press those two buttons. I press them like with my thumb and my index finger, and I hold the controller like parallel to my thumb and index finger, and I kind of press them, tap both buttons for 1 frame. And there are some speedrunners who actually bound it to other buttons which are easier to press. For example, some bound it on L and R, but I can't do that with my controller really. But it might make sense for you if that's easier for you to tap shortly. Yeah, so you're going to spam the bomb in a certain rhythm, but you need to be careful, since if you spam it, like if you don't spam it correctly, like short and at the same time, what can happen is the bombs miss and they won't fly to the enemy. But if you don't do that, they actually automatically target the enemy as long as you're in range. Also, Clunk has 9 health, by the way. I mean, like, this is the Kingpin. This suit is the Kingpin, and he has 9 bombs worth of health. So we're going to like bomb spam him, and you don't want to be too close, but also not too far away. You might just figure out, of course we want to kill him as fast as possible, and being close is usually good, but when we're too close we might get hit by the fire attacks he throws out. But yeah, you might figure that out on your own or just copy what I do. So I do like kind of this. So I dodged his fire attack, but it's really important that while you're doing the bomb spam, you don't suddenly change the angle of your analog stick too drastically. So I kind of look at my analog stick. When I dodged it, I kind of did a movement like that when changing my direction. So then we're going to kill. I don't like this. I want to show something. We're going to kill him, and as the deadly bomb flies, I hope this is the deadly bomb, you're going to open the PDA and buy all. Is it deadly? Well, it's not, but usually it would be. So then we have another sneak attack. Usually, don't do that. I just want to find out. Okay, I don't think it actually saves time to do the second, but I'm just guessing right now. So then we're against Nefarious right now. Now you need to memorize from the last phase which your current weapon is, which I actually didn't do. I literally forgot that. Okay, so you can also see it in the sneak attack. So I have the bomb equipped. So again, when you have the bomb equipped right now, you do circle to pick it up and then do the bomb spam. But if I had the Tangle Vine equipped, you do circle triangle and then do the bomb spam. Maybe after a bit delay, but you do circle triangle quickly. Also, if you forgot to buy, which you should always try to do before the suit dies, what you do then is you do circle triangle and then hold like if you're on the Tangle Vine and need to buy at the beginning, you do circle triangle, release triangle for 1 frame and then hold triangle and buy. And if you're on the bomb and need to buy, what you do is you press circle and triangle in the same frame and release circle quickly. So basically like this. Yeah, basically like this. And it pulls out the weapon. Basically what it does is, look, it pulls out the weapon. Wait, why did my weapon get selected? It pulls out the weapon and opens the PDA as soon as possible. So then we have Nefarious, and this is the only time where Nefarious does this phase usually. And this one's kind of easier. In this phase I just walk around and throw bombs at him. And make sure you buy before the phase ends. Okay, cool. I'm on really low health, probably because of explaining and stuff. Usually you want to be on more right now. So then we're against the Kingpin again. Just going to kill him like that. See, now I failed and I didn't buy enough. And I have the Tangle Vine out, so what do we do? I failed that? The fuck? So we do circle triangle and then hold triangle. I didn't hold that, so we do circle triangle, hold triangle like that. Now I'm against him again. So see, if you take too long to kill the suits, what will happen is he will switch it and it's going to lose you time. And one more thing, the Tangle Vine actually does damage to them, so it might cause them to die unexpectedly fast, which might mess up your buy, but you can compensate for that. So when you're against this suit, by the way, it depends on the suits how fast you should start shooting. On this suit you can start to bomb spam really quick, but you should watch IL World Record for better if you're looking for a cleaner execution. Yeah, but with me explaining less, I might be able to show you a bit cleaner execution too. But that's basically all the suits. Wasn't bad. Also, you have the up, up, down, down, left, right code once in this level 2. I usually use it before the half point. This is how I do this phase. When I'm against this phase, which usually is the fourth if I wouldn't have explained stuff, what I do in this phase is I just spam really quickly as I get control of my character. Of course, I take out the bomb first and then spam really quickly. And usually I don't even give a fuck if I get hit. There are even ways to kill him as fast as possible and not get hit, but usually I don't go for that since I find it, since in my position it is greedy to do that, because if you kill him too slow, it's just sad. Oh, see, I throw one bomb too little, and now I lose 2 seconds. That's how that stuff happens. If you're good at this, you can beat him in under 8 minutes, by the way. I'm calling that. IL world record is like 8 minutes 5 with loads included. You also might want to try and manipulate the suits to walk into your Tanglevine. For Ratchet, I have a consistent way to manipulate him into walking into the Tanglevines because it's really important on him. Since Ratchet has 12 bombs worth of life, so if you miss one, you don't get him to walk in the Tanglevine, you're giga fucked. So I was going for not getting hit. I think I did it. Yeah, see, that's why I find it greedy to go for not getting hit. See how much that messes me up. He even switched suits. Farius, what are you doing? So at the half point of the run, there's going to be a cutscene, after which followed by a Ratchet suit. So Ratchet suits only happen after the half point. Only after the half point, and they are much stronger. He has so much more health. His attacks are so much stronger, and his attacks also take longer, so it's super bad. Really important. So I think if I kill this suit, Ratchet is coming. So it's really important to be at 12 bombs when killing this suit, which I managed. So not the half. Oh, see, I missed by spamming wrong. I missed one bomb and it flew behind. Okay, that's super bad. Oh, I see. It's because, oh yeah, I'm not in the usual. So usually it shouldn't be like this, but I messed up one sneak attack because I was trolling or something. So usually the cutscene does not come after you kill a suit of him, but usually it comes after a sneak attack. So what I did there is really bad. So now the cutscene is coming and the next suit is going to be Ratchet. And I didn't buy before I killed that suit. So now I'm going on against Ratchet with 0 bombs. So that's super bad. But I have a save state. So actually, I make an update now on how to kill Ratchet. What you do is, while bomb spamming, you run towards him. Then, when Clank enters the suit, you do the same while running backwards, and then when he is in the vicinity of the Tanglevine, you run into him again and kill him. So let me show it one time again, more cleanly. Yeah, and that way we guarantee that we kill him, since Ratchet has 12 HP, so if you miss one bomb and don't damage him with the Tanglevine, it can be pretty tight. There's another attack of Ratchet. There's another attack pattern he has, and it's a giant force field. And now how you deal with that really depends. Sometimes you can still kill him with bombs while the force field is active, but the problem is you won't be looking at Ratchet, so it might be impossible. Alternatively, you can try to run. You can try to run into it because it pushes you away, and on the edge of this arena there's actually deadly water. So for example, if I'm right here and I know it's going to hit me, I don't want to keep I don't try to run away because that will just kill me and throw me into the water because it's going to hit me anyways, but instead I run into it. I run into the force field attack of him, and then it won't push me to my death at least, but it does a shit ton of damage, like nearly 40 damage or something. So if it's going to kill you, of course, avoid to tank it by all means. And if you know it's going to hit you and you still have the Konami code, the up, down, down, left, right thing, you can, like, if you know it's going to hit you and like you can just pause and up, down, 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 left, right. Yeah, and then you just kill him, and you just keep doing that, like, until he's dead. Oh, one more thing about the Nefarious pattern. What you want to do is... Wait, that's not the right one. This is only the first time you play against Nefarious where it looks like this. So here what you really need to do is walk here towards this nanotech crate so that he will destroy it for you. And that way, even if you get hit, you get that nanotech. And personally what I do is I don't give a fuck if I get hit here because I get enough health anyways, and I just want to be really sure that he dies and I get my buy. And you can start throwing bombs really early on Nefarious. Yeah. Wait, so I think then we're done here, right? Yeah, I think we're done. On this occasion, I want to thank everyone involved in Secret Agent Clank speedrunning. There's been so much collaborative work and stuff, and it's been a cool time. So thank you for watching.